I just want to say that we are really pleased to have you here. We thank you very much for your visit. It's really important, not only because we need the political support for such a project, but also because your work has been really influential in social movements for the last decades. So for us, it's a big honor that you are also here. And City Plaza is squatted for 3 weeks now. It used to be an abandoned hotel for 7 years. We had a very long process in order to decide, to squat it, and we were very ambivalent in a way, because it's a very big project. Right now in City Plaza there are 380 people, and among them there are 185 children. There are people from Syria, from Afghanistan, from Iran, from Pakistan, from Morocco. In a sense, City Plaza is an experiment for us, and it's a housing experiment that is about, living together, about really doing, because apart from the refugees who live here, there are another 20 rooms that we live here also. More or less 50 people who are in solidarity, who come from Greece or from other European countries live. So it is actually this kind of experiment for living together, and at the same time trying to challenge also the political system of migration here. So in contrast to the borders, in contrast to the fences, in contrast to the walls that are built either in material terms or through agreements and laws that actually legalize migration, that they're making the bodies of the migrants, they're described as unwanted, as problem, as danger. We are trying to set a different example of living together with bodies that are welcomed, that through our everyday life encounters, we are trying to produce a different way of coming in a relation with what is considered a foreigner, a stranger in our countries. And we really think that these kind of examples should, in a sense, try to proliferate it. In contrast to the policies that create hotspots, that create refugee camps that are far away from the cities, we want to propose the cohabitation of the people. Smaller projects in the center of the European cities where people meet and interact and live together. And we think this is a way to challenge borders, not only the national borders, but borders in our everyday lives. And I think also the City Plaza squats also challenges other issues that are quite fundamental for capitalism. For example, private property. Because this squat was done in a private property, and also many people in the left in Greece were very ambivalent about it. So, to put forward the question, is more important the right to property or the right to dignified living for hundreds of people? And also I think we are in this process of trying to in a way challenge these kind of fundamental things, not only in the everyday life, but also in the political scene of about migration. And I think it's not only about claiming rights, but it is about producing these rights in our everyday lives. People who are excluded from housing, from food, from medical care, from access to other goods. We try to produce this kind of rights collectively in this place. And we are also trying to break the border between the locals who are in solidarity and the refugees who are hosted. The locals as hosts and the refugees as hosted. But we are trying to, in a way, play with these roles and subvert them and say that we will live together here. And we cook together and we eat together, to say it simplistically. We clean together. And we are in a process also through common assemblies to take decisions together and to fight together for everything that in our lives takes different forms, the problems, but they are, in the end of the line, they are common problems. And we think that in a way, this project will challenge what you also propose in your work that should be challenged, like these very stable identities between locals, refugees, strangers. And I think that through this quote, all our identities will be destabilized in a way.